Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video, and this is another reaction on things and facts about the US. And I'm going to assume, before I actually get into this, a few of these facts or things that's in this video are probably not going to be 100% true for everyone from the US, but I'm going to take this with a pinch of salt. But at the same time, I am intrigued to see like what sort of things he brings up here, because I do find it interesting, because there is a lot of differences like between even the UK and the US, and I would say they're probably two countries that are relatively similar in the grand scheme of things of like countries around the world. But even then, there's going to be crazy differences. But we're going to see and going to actually like find out what sort of 21 things in the US that puzzle most foreigners. So yeah, let's just get into this. Hopefully you go on to enjoy this one. You guys are showing so much support for my reactions lately, so I want to thank you all, because it's genuinely like, it's just crazy. I'm not going to lie, I'm still sort of blown away by it, but I want to thank you all for it genuinely. So yeah, let's just get into this. I'm rambling a lot. Quick shout out to my Instagram, my Twitter in the description, and my second channel. Links to them all in the description. You can follow or subscribe through them. But let's check this out, man. Let's see what this video's got for us.
Well, you may have lived in the United States your whole life without realizing that something totally normal for you seems bizarre to people from other parts of the world. Who knew that munching on fried pickles in a highly air-conditioned room was so normal for you seems bizarre to people from other parts of the world?
This is just higher than usual.
Who knew that munching on fried pickles in a highly air-conditioned room was so outlandish? Well, here are some other highly entertaining Americanisms I've gathered.
All right, here we go.
Let's count it down from number 21. Sales tax is a guessing game. When you go shopping in the U.S. and see a price tag that says $14.88, don't expect to pay $14.88 at the register.
I've heard about this. It's VAT, isn't it? Like, I swear in like every other country, VAT is sort of included in the price that you see on the shelf. But in the US, it's like, we're going to see, but that is a very strange one for me.
Sales tax is not included in the price of an item.
Yeah.
And since this tax can vary from state to state, figuring out your total can turn into the ultimate mental math challenge. In many European countries, the sales tax is already included in the price. It's known as a value-added tax, or VAT. Number 20. We're total workaholics.
I just want to go back quickly. For the US countries, what did it say the percentage was? Oh, US states, sorry.
Tax can vary from...
So 5.4, 10%, 8%, 8%. You go to Europe, and it's like 20% in each country. 20%, 25%. Oh my days. Okay, that's pretty crazy then. What the hell?
Price. It's known as a value-added tax, or VAT.
God damn.
We're total workaholics. A lot of Americans don't feel the need to take long vacations, so they often let vacation and sick hours pile up without ever using them.
Oh wow.
Plus, most employers only give you 2 weeks out of the year.
What?
But in a lot of other countries, like Brazil or Finland, workers are encouraged to take an average of 30 days of vacay.
Who doesn't want like time off? Like I could not work every day for like just with 2 weeks off, and I guess some people have even less than that. I mean, you've got to respect it, but that is crazy. Like 12 days off, or 14. That's 2 weeks. 14 days off is nowhere near enough for me, at least. But like, if people can do that, I respect it to like some high levels, man.
Wow, maybe I should take some time off, or perhaps I'll just keep waiting. 19. It's not a party without red Solo cups. In the States, this red plastic cup is synonymous with party on, dude. But other countries apparently don't recognize this cup to mean the same thing.
Someone commented this
People
before
in the UK,
to me.
for example,
it killed me.
Don't use red Solo cups at get-togethers. They have to go to a special website to purchase the cups for American-themed parties. Who knew? Number 18. Deep-fried everything. Whether it's fried pickles or even fried Oreos, America has it all.
Wait,
fried fish recipes first appeared in Spanish and Portuguese cookbooks as far back as the 1200s, and the Greeks were frying food in olive oil way back in the 5th century BCE. But as America does with many things, they've adopted a tradition from far-off lands and took it up a notch, or 5. 17. Get everything you need right at the pharmacy. If you're not from the US, it may be puzzling to walk into a pharmacy and see aisles and aisles of over-the-counter meds, toys, makeup, clothes, and even groceries. Unlike in other countries where
Groceries?
pharmacies sell medicine and medical supplies exclusively, the ones in the US are like small convenience stores where you can grab magazines, Tylenol, and a frozen pizza.
To be fair, in the UK, it's not to this degree. You can't buy like groceries like this, but you can buy certain foods, and I feel like you can buy magazines and stuff. So it's probably like in the UK, it's just a smaller version of this. But to be able to buy all kinds of groceries, that is very interesting.
In one fell swoop. 16. Fill her up. In America, if a restaurant doesn't offer free refills on fountain drinks, it's kind of strange.
Really?
But in other countries, once you buy one beverage, that's it.
Gotta spend more.
France banned
Spend
refills on
more
sugary
money.
sodas back in 2017 in order to combat the current obesity epidemic. But in the US, the idea of free refills is still alive and well. 15. If you don't like it, return it. Whether it's an ugly sweater from grandma or a heinous pair of earrings from an ex, if you don't like it, you can just return it. In America, making returns at stores is pretty normal and super easy. I mean, the US even has a National Returns Day in January.
I don't think I've ever returned anything from the shop in my life. Firstly, I'm too awkward to do it. Secondly, I don't think you can unless it's got all the packaging and it's not been opened. I don't know if that's the same. I mean, maybe it's the same. Like if you've worn an earring, you're not going to be able to return it, are you? But it's probably a lot more lenient in the US for sure. A national
Conveniently
return
helpful
date,
for
though.
you to return holiday gifts you weren't too thrilled about.
Wow.
14. Tips for everyone. Cab drivers, servers, hairdressers, you gotta tip them. Tips are acceptable for
That's a good
almost
thing,
any
though, isn't it?
service
That's a
in the
very good
U.S.
thing.
and sometimes consist of 25% of the bill. We haven't started tipping surgeons yet, but there are places in other parts of the world, such as Japan, that consider tipping incredibly rude, like in
What?
restaurants. When you travel to different countries, it's important to learn their tipping etiquette so that you don't offend anyone. 13. I'll
That's
take my
crazy.
coffee to go. With a Starbucks on every corner, it's very normal to see people toting around a coffee as they shop, commute to work, and whatever else at all times of the day.
I don't actually drink
But
coffee.
in
not
many
gonna lie.
parts of the world,
Sorry
coffee
to
is
my
meant
coffee
be
lovers.
sipped on while seated and enjoying the paper or chatting.
That
with
is, but maybe in other countries, but in the UK, people do walk around with coffee as well. But I guess it again depends because the UK isn't there in any other country, right? But from my perspective, it's probably quite similar to the UK.
friends. Tugging your coffee along with you throughout the day might be due to the fact that the cups are huge and take longer to drink. Who's got that kind of time to be sitting in a cafe for hours? Sounds like fun to me. Number 12. The land of ice-cold drinks. Now, speaking of
Bud
drinks,
Light, yeah.
if it's not a hot coffee or cocoa, then it's probably got ice in it. Tea, coffee, lemonade, soda, water. Americans like it on the rocks.
Iced tea is
If you
good,
go
though.
elsewhere in the world, odds are you'll be sipping your soda at room temperature, or maybe slightly refrigerated if you don't specifically ask for ice.
True.
Number 11. Keeping the AC on at all times. Americans must have an aversion to being
I'm so
hot.
jealous of this one.
In many parts of Europe, people simply don't use air conditioning as much as they do in the States.
And it makes me
Here,
so
it's
sad.
expected to always have the AC blaring, and a lot of visitors find it pretty strange and quite chilly. But come on, it makes sense.
It's a
If
good
you're
thing.
cold, you can layer up. If you're hot, all you can do is suffer and complain about it.
Man, I wish I had AC. I was genuinely considering buying an AC for my house because during the summer, even though the UK isn't considered that cold, in the summer it does get hot, and like recording videos in a room that's like steaming hot, the humidity is crazy. Like it's hard. So I was really considering it, and this year I probably will, because I just don't know why we don't have them built in. I guess it makes sense because we're only using for like 2 months in the year, 3 months in the year, but for those 3 months, it just makes it so much easier.
Number 10. Looking at dollars is a snooze fest. I remember
I've never seen a US dollar in my life, like a note, and they really do intrigue me because there's so much on
going to
them.
Europe for the first time and thinking their banknotes look like Monopoly money. And I guess a lot of countries have bills of different colors and sizes depending on the value, like Swedish krona and Russian rubles. But not in the US. It's all greenbacks, baby. Sure, 10s look a little yellowy, 50s are kind of pinkish, and Benjamins seem bluer than the others. But still, US dollars definitely aren't as fun and rainbowy as other currencies.
They are cool though, I'm not gonna lie.
Number 9. Giving a thumbs up. In America, even little kids know a thumbs up means good job, way to go, or anything positive like that.
Same
But
here,
if you
isn't
travel
it?
to Greece or the Middle East and give this
Okay.
common American gesture, you probably won't make too many friends.
What
Hey,
the hell?
how about giving this video a thumbs up for the useful tip?
Shout out to you
Number
who
8.
like this one as well. I
The date
appreciate it.
writing conundrum. So many visitors to the U.S. get really confused by the month, day, year thing. Because
Wait, so are you
most-
telling me people from Greece who watch YouTube, they'll see the thumbs up button, they'll see the thumbs down button, they'll just like not press it because they don't understand it, or is that just like a thing for a few like Greek people? If you're from Greece, let me know, because I don't know why, but that just interests me. Like, how is a thumbs up sort of seen as a bad thing?
most parts of the world
it's different
write
cultures,
the day,
right?
then the month,
Different
then
cultures.
finally the year. There's no clear historical reason why the U.S. insists on writing the day differently, but we just do. Number 7. Pre-baby baby showers. Many cultures celebrate a new baby coming into the world, but America is one of the few places that does this before the baby actually gets here.
Oh wow.
In East Asian countries, for instance, celebrations for a new baby are held once the baby is born, as doing otherwise is seen as bad luck. Number 6. Where "how are you" means hello. Sure, people ask each other how they're doing in other countries, but Americans often use this phrase as a replacement for hey
wow.
or hello. It doesn't even require a real response. People just answer with fine thanks, even if they're in a horrible mood or
Yep.
had a terrible day. Number 5. Bathroom stalls that aren't so private. Don't like doing your business in front of complete strangers? Americans don't either, of course, but the fact that bathroom stall doors often reveal as much as your entire lower leg seems to say otherwise. There's no clear reason as to why there's this big gap in
That is
public
very
bathroom
interesting.
stalls here, but many guess it's for safety reasons or ventilation. Just saying.
Ventilation.
Number 4. No one uses their inside voice. A lot of my friends who are visiting or moved to the U.S. tell me that locals speak so loud compared to other countries. Whether it's talking on your cell phone or chatting with a friend over lunch, Americans seem to really like projecting their voice. I don't know. Maybe we just want to make sure we're heard. Number 3.
I'm quite a loud person.
It's
as well,
all
to be
about
fair.
choices. Walk into any grocery store aisle and you'll notice at least 10 different options for cookies, crackers, or cereal. People in the UK don't have these many options for food, and
Sure.
you'll almost never find anything in grape flavor there.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Like we have a lot. We have obviously have grapes. I can't remember the last time I've ever found a grape flavored drink. I don't think I ever have, which is crazy because I know like grape. I don't know what grape drinks are even called. What's the grape drink that they drink in the US? I was gonna say grapefruit, but grapefruit is a different type of fruit, I think. But yeah, we don't ever have like grape drinks or like anything like flavored that, which is actually very strange because it is like a big thing in the US.
Number 2. Hopping into the back seat of a cab. When getting into a cab, it's customary in the States to scoot on into the back seat. But in countries like New Zealand and Australia, riding anywhere but shotgun can be a little rude. Number 1. That classic American smile. In the U.S.,
Wait, what?
people aren't afraid to be nice and show their pearly whites all the time. And according to a 2015 study at Brown University, because America has always been a very diverse country, it forced people to smile at each other more since they couldn't always communicate with language.
Oh, okay.
That's just one more historical theory as to why Americans tend to smile more than people in other places
Just
do.
don't speak, just
Or
smile.
maybe we're just, friendlier.
Yeah, I mean,
Whether you're from the U.S. or not, can you add any more?
to be fair, I mean, I can't argue that. I've seen a lot of things that like of British people going to the US. I think just YouTubers that I watch, like the Sidemen or something like that. If you've heard of them, they sort of always mention when they go to the US, like people sort of start conversations a lot more. And my friend actually went to New York a few years back, and he just said people are a lot more sort of talkative. In the UK, you walk past someone in the street, and You don't want if someone talks to you in the UK, you're sort of like, what? Why are you talking to me? But maybe in the US it's completely different, and from what I've heard, it is, which is always a good thing. But yeah, the UK is just quite a grumpy country, to be honest. But a lot of these were actually very good. I mean, I say all of them were actually good things, other than a few of like the VAT one. I don't understand why that's a thing, but hey, each to their
Strange
own, right?
Americanisms to the list? Let me know down in the comments.
I enjoyed
If
this,
you
man.
learned something new today, then give this video a like, share it with a friend, and here are some more cool videos to check out.
If as long as this doesn't get blocked, I don't know if it will, because this is the first time I've reacted to this channel, which has actually got 37 million subscribers. But as long as this doesn't get blocked, there's definitely going to be more reactions from him, because I really enjoyed this. And yeah, this video was actually really fun. I want to do more stuff like this without a doubt, because this stuff is just different, right? You sort of learn more things about cultures, etc. And yeah, it's just fun to see the sort of different perspectives. But let's see a few of the comments. Americans are workaholics. Have you seen Japan? Yeah, I've seen something about the Japan, like, but there's a lot of sort of negative sides to that, isn't it? Like, if you work people too much, they're going to do bad things. And I swear Japan has a really bad sort of suicide issue. Maybe it's in like younger people. I'm not too sure, but I mean, it's not. It is what it is, isn't it? Maybe some countries are more workaholics, but from what I saw here, 12 days or 14 days off, and some people don't even do that. That's crazy to me. In my country, it's rude to walk into a person's home with your shoes on. Americans wear their shoes everywhere. To be fair, it's normal in the UK to take your shoes off, but I sometimes forget as well, and it's bad because I know how many germs are on shoes, but it's just a habit, isn't it? I try not to wear them in my room, but sometimes I just can't be asked to take them off. But if I've like went out somewhere and they're dirty as hell, then obviously taking them off is the obvious thing to do, right? I'm a hotel mate from Sweden. Everyone wants to clean the Americans' rooms because they tip so much. Oh, okay, I see. Like, they tip people from doing it. I didn't realise that was such a big thing in US culture, but that's a very good thing. Like, tipping people can help them very well financially. Or it does help them very well financially. Trust me, buddy, we Americans think long vacations are important. We just can't afford them. Yeah, I mean, that may be why they work more, because they struggle to pay for vacations, right? Yeah, that sales tax not being included in the price seems 100% crazy. It's a weird thing to have. I guess it sort of makes people spend a little bit more than they should, because they sort of don't realise, or maybe not realise, but they just don't sort of know how much they're going to spend before they actually buy it. Americans are more friendly. I'm sorry, I might joke to you. Or maybe Americans are just friendlier. Canadians, I might joke to you. Canadians being friendly always kills me, because I always see it. I don't know why it's a thing, but it's just funny that I see that. I'm from the UK, you can buy red cups from your local Tesco's. I mean, you can, but they're nowhere. Like, usually in the UK, you have see-through cups. But you can buy red cups, of course. The rest of the world, it calls it football, America calls it soccer. That wasn't even mentioned, for fuck's sake. And that's not actually true. I swear there's like, well, Canada, I can't speak. Canada doesn't. I swear, like, Australia doesn't. There's a few other countries in like Africa as well that don't call it football, to be fair. So, I mean, it's just a thing. I mean, I don't even care about that. I used to sort of get annoyed when I heard the different terms. Why is that an issue? I don't understand. I'm sort of annoyed at myself for like being like sort of not getting angry, just being like, why do they call it that? But maybe that's just being young and stuff. But fun video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Please suggest more things like this, because I just enjoy these kind of reactions. They're just fun to sort of see different cultures, and you guys seem to love these as well. So yeah, suggest some more of this stuff. I'd appreciate it. And until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.